He's a tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4TV. He's wild and he's free. Eyeball top over here to you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, legend from the chill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works for the skill. In the ball, legend from the chill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. Magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. To the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Right, good evening, folks. Welcome back to VP4TV. We're here tonight, the last day of British summertime, that is, tonight for the match between Albinario and Spectredawn. Just give me 1 minute. Good evening, good afternoon to Steve.
Good evening, good afternoon.
Well, I'm going to throw a spanner in the works here and say that this match is going to be disappointing compared to the last two that I've watched, because they had tremendous finishes, least of all the one with Matt and Rabi. I mean, that was a classic finish to that one. One other interesting thing about this is that these two guys met up earlier this year in the round after this one. I think it was it may well have been the semi-final match. And I think I remember saying at the time that Spectredawn has got a big task on that occasion, because Albinario will be in full focus mode. And there's a similar situation tonight. One of them's got to go, and this is a big stepping stone that Spectredawn has to get over if he's going to win one of these things. And even then, he's got trouble ahead, because you know who is in the hot seat. You know, so there's a lot of trouble ahead for him, but it's how you win these things, by beating the best.
Yeah, well, it's certainly not going to be a easy match for Spectre. I mean, he's got Albin. Spectre may need a little help. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how his game has come along, because he's been playing in these World Championships. I think he's probably learned some things. 8-ball may be a little out of his comfort zone, but we'll see what he does. I mean, I think he'll need a little help from Albin, but you never know. Maybe he'll surprise us and show that he really knows how to play 8-ball now.
Well,
should be exciting. I mean, they're both good players.
I think the one thing that's noticeable again is that I think before Albi's last match with Bedhead, Albi was in 10-15 minutes before the start of it, getting warmed up, as was Bedhead. No sign of Albinario. He's back to his old practice here of dropping in at the last minute. Spectredawn, of course, has been in and getting practice. He's now in away mode. Now, just to draw your attention to something, Steve, this is purely because we are what are we? We're a PG what lobby? Let me just go to the calendar. Now, brace yourself, Steve. Just brace yourself. Get ready. And any people like Stub watching, you need to close your eyes. Let me just get to this point here. We had a guy in Friday Night 9-ball last night with a strange sort of Arabic name. This guy here, who never showed up. And I wanted to find out what his profile was about, where he was from, and the guys were saying in the chat, oh dear, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Oh, I need to go to the player list, hang on. That's the best way to get there. Wait a minute. Right, brace yourself. There you go. Right.
Well, that's a little... that's not quite PG.
That's a little bit detailed. I mean, I had to go there and check it out, obviously, purely in a research basis. Right, anyway.
Yeah, of course.
No, still no sign of Albin. Am I going to have to go and by the way, what happened to VP4 earlier on today? I came home, had something to eat, fell asleep, woke up, switched the PC on, No VP4.
I don't know. I don't know if Simon rebooted or not. I'll have to take a look.
Well, I actually messaged Simon, and Simon said to me, I said, does Steve know there's a problem with VP4? He said, I don't think so. And then, of course,
Yeah, I didn't.
Now, needless to say, 30 seconds later, I hit the button and I got in, no problem.
Well, Simon might have restarted it. Let me take a look here.
Right, Albinario is in, so we are good to go. We've got 2 players in. Welcome to Cobra. And Cobra, of course, totally unbiased. He's supporting Spectredawn. Welcome to Matt. I hope you heard at the end of that live stream last night, Cobra. I did mention and apologise to Matt because I totally forgot all about him. I forgot he was still in the tournament. Right.
Yeah, it looks to me like Simon probably restarted it.
Right, let's get in. So we'll have the lag for the break. Remember, it's a race to 9 only, so blink and this could be over. Maybe not quite, though. Oh, welcome to Paul.
Yeah,
Wow.
Paul's here.
Wow, I get woke up by that profile, but aye, well. But a little bit of biology, human biology doesn't do anybody any harm. I thought it was quite appropriate that Steve was enjoyed my porn music that I had on the live stream the other day there, so I thought we'd just have a bit of porn as well to go with.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Right, well they're not in a hurry to get into the room, or am I in the wrong room? No, I'm in the right room. Well, here we go. Spectredawn on the right. I'll be in the left. Well, if this is anything like these last 2 matches, I'll be getting excited. That's all I'm going to say.
I would hope it'd be a good match. I mean, I'm going to be pretty critical of these guys because they're both outstanding players.
Yeah, well, we expect the best when we've got the best playing. So Albinario is going to have first go here. Now, where's he going to be breaking from, I wonder? Looks like
breaking from the side. Probably going to break second ball.
Second ball.
Yeah.
And it's
just
dry.
Really solid into the second ball.
It's dry, 2 solids bottom left. And there's a bit of ducking and diving here to do. I mean,
I'd probably be taking the stripes there.
The stripes up top are okay because you can clear the pocket and everything else goes. You've just got to get down onto this 15 ball. I don't believe he played for it there. He's now got to get there at some point rather rapidly, I think.
I thought maybe he was going to play for it there. I don't know if he did and just overran it or...
Well, he overran it with quite a margin.
Well, he can play the combination if he wants. Yeah. Looks like he's going to... And this is where a guy that pockets balls well, like Spectredawn, he's not usually going to miss that shot anyways.
Well, that's taking the initiative. He knew that was the problem, and I think the concern would be is how good is he going to get down on that 15 at some point later in the rack, so he dealt with it.
Well, that was a nice little bump. Now, if it was me, I would go forward and around the corner with this so I could get on the 12. I would shoot the 14 and go forward 2 rails. And then shoot the 12 next.
Well, he could end up bumping into the 9. Just depends how much he hits.
He's coming back, so he's going to shoot the combination, which is fine too. If he wants, he can play shape for the 10-up table here. I would... this is kind of funny.
Yeah.
It would be better if the 11 went by the 13 and he could go 10-11.
Exactly. That's just why I'm worried now. I'm worried.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's going to shoot the 13 now and probably play shape for the 10.
Now, can he not draw off that and bump the 3 if he pots that in the corner? Right, let me have a look at the angle he's got. No, he probably can't. No, too much
Yeah,
angle.
it's a little tight. He can get on the 11 from here, and that's probably not a bad thing to do. He bumped the 10 probably. He's just going to play position, and he's okay.
Well, this is just going to be sort of dead weight, maybe a little stopper. He can't run away too far.
Yeah,
But,
I would think he's just going to stop it. I bet he wishes he came out a little more.
yeah, well, the biggest problem, obviously, is...
Well, this is going to be tricky getting on the 8 ball.
Exactly.
I mean,
The traffic
he really
that's
wasn't.
there.
This is not going to be easy.
Right, so the other problem is he wants to come down left side, and I don't think this is exactly perfect. He might be nitting across and leaving the longer cut. That'll do.
He's just gonna play the simple shot, and that's a smart play there.
Yeah, didn't try to do anything heroic. Quick look at the angle, see the shot and play it. And that's a good start for Spectredawn. Very good, solid start. That's what he needs.
Yeah, that out had a little bit of complication in it. He played it well.
Welcome to Mark. I've already got all my clocks put back in hour.
Evening, Mark.
Apart from my phone, obviously. And the PC, which will deal with that itself. But all my clocks are an hour back.
He returns the favor with a dry break. See if Albin can get out here.
I hope you've got a pen and paper there, Steve. I've got two things in your to-do list to do.
Well, I just did 2 things yesterday. But they're probably not what you want to put on the list.
Well, the 2 things are Friday night 9 ball needs to get changed because the clocks go back an hour, which means that next week it would be starting at 6 p.m. So it needs to go forward an hour, I believe, but I wouldn't do that until the clocks have gone back tonight, if you know what I mean. And then the other one is when are you going to put this black ball live? Because it's all set to go, isn't it?
Didn't I already put it live? I thought I did.
No.
Maybe I didn't make an announcement. I'll have to look.
I knew you would have forgotten it. And the other question is that thing where it says timeout 0, is that going to fix itself?
Yeah, it should.
Welcome to Fast Eddie. Good afternoon, good evening.
Well, looks like Albin is moving through this rack pretty good here. That may be a problem.
I think he's okay, is he? I think he's fine.
Can he shoot it? Yeah, he's still okay, I think.
Right, well, the 11 ball, I believe that's the 11, and it goes into the corner, no problem. And the 8 ball's clean, so...
Yeah, he's looking good. He'll shoot 15, 13. He's not going to shoot to 11 now, I don't think.
Now...
Yeah, the thing that Albin does really well is his speed control's good. He plays a lot of rolling shots, and he gets the cue ball online. He's looking at shooting at 11 now.
Yeah, well, I think the worry he has is the cut in that 13 and bumping something.
Yeah, just not getting position. I mean, this is more guaranteed. And that's what good players do, is they figure out the most guaranteed way to get there.
Welcome to
Bill. Hey, Eddie.
Well, for the latecomers, Spectredawn had a good solid start, and Albinario has returned a compliment.
The question is, when's someone going to make a ball on the break?
Am I right in saying that the last 2 matches have been hill? I'm just going to annoy people just now by going to double check that.
Well, there we go again. We've had 3 breaks and they're all dry.
What the hell's this? Oh, that's Friday night 9 ball. Hang on.
This table's not so wonderful. Let's see what he can come up with here. This is a hard ball to break out. Well, either way you go. I mean, wow.
Right, Hill
I'd
there.
probably take the salads, and I'd probably take a whack at moving that 2-ball right now, shoot the 6. I'm not sure why he's shooting the 7, because that 2-ball is
Yeah.
in a terrible spot, and he had a shot to get it out of there, or at least try to move it. I mean, the angle wasn't good, but with the 7-ball sitting in front of the pocket, that's a good time to go after it because you're almost guaranteed of a shot. I'm very surprised. But I guess that was his whole plan, was to get there on the 5-ball, and that was well executed. So I kind of like that. It was certainly a better angle to break the ball out at. He did take a chance of getting himself hooked, but he hit it good.
Now, but he needs to stun this, obviously, and that's that's went completely wrong. I believe he was playing for the 2 there.
Yeah, that was actually kind of shocking that he did that.
Well, that's exactly why I said you got to stun it and make sure you are avoiding it. But anyway, he might have played for the 4. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. That,
I don't know. Boy.
Well, he's got to play 3 and then deal with the 2 and leave the 1 as the last ball for the 8. I mean, that looks simple.
Yeah, I think from here he's not going to have a problem. Yeah, you really didn't want to get on that side of it, though. Boy, that's a silly mistake.
No, I think the problem here is he's either got to use those balls and make sure he splits them. No, he has avoided it. That was well played.
No, yeah, he's barely on it. I mean, he just got it was a mistake getting on that side of the 2 because it made it like a lot more complicated.
Well, it ended up a lot easier than I thought it might have been there. I thought he was going to collide with them, but the angle was fine. So, Spectredawn, I don't think potting-wise he's put a foot wrong yet.
Well, no, there's been no missed balls in this match. There's also been no balls paid on the break.
Still dry. Right, here we go. Rack number 4 then. Oh, eventually
we got a ball
one.
On the break. We got one.
And, right, well, we've got 3 stripes down this end, 1 solid at the bottom. You've got 3 solids over the left side. I think the 1 goes. Yeah, the 1 goes. You can obviously pot the 4, but you're going to bump the 5 if you do that. So he's on them straight away. And the obvious shot would be the 3-ball, the last ball to get to the 8. So he doesn't want to push the 4 right onto that point. That's one thing he doesn't want to do. We've got to watch how this 4-ball comes off here. You know, if he bumps it harder, well, he's hit it.
He's just going to roll it.
So 2 into the corner. He might end up taking the 4, then going for the 7.
Yeah, he's trying to decide what he wants to do here.
Well, obviously the angle he's got here, the cue ball wants to come off the rail and out into the table, so the natural thing would be play the 4 and then deal with the 7. And you've got a huge gap to get in to get on the 3.
The problem with playing the 4 is it was kind of difficult to control.
Well,
and the reason why is when you get a situation where you're hitting a ball pretty thin, you know, the line it takes varies greatly if you hit a little fatter or a little thinner. So it's going up there and hitting balls, and you're really not sure where it's going to go because it's hard to get the line right when you're hitting the edge.
Now, what do you do here? Do you make sure you're going the other side of those balls? Yes, he is. So all is good.
Yeah, you don't want to take chances with your cue ball.
So this is Spectredawn getting daylight early on. And this is already a big break for Albinario. He's got to get this working.
Well, somebody finally made a ball on the break. There hasn't been a ball miss so far.
And Albie, well, oh, he's got one.
Yep, that was big.
Well, I don't think he'll be playing solids. I'll stick my neck out there and say that. The problem would be is the 8-ball is a bit fiddly.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, he's got to get to the 10-ball. That's the one ball he's got to get to.
And the other problem, the 10-ball, you've got the 2 balls over the corner. That's the least of his worries. Now, he could play a 2-in-1 shot here and pot that 15 and try and nip across into the gap and play that 10 right now. I mean,
oh boy, that's hard. That's kind of tricky to get on.
Yeah, the only other worry I would have is he's not really got a great bailout if he did try something daft like that.
I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. I would have gone forward there and tried to get on the 11-12 combination. I would have gone forward and around the corner. That was a strange looking shot he just hit there.
I don't like the way he is. I mean, the 12's tight anyway, but he's
he hit it the right way because that could have easily gone
now
to
he's
the
in
7.
trouble. Now he's in trouble.
Yeah. Well, and that's the problem with playing that kind of shot is it's hard to control exactly where the cue ball's going. I just thought he should have gone forward when he shot the other ball in the corner and got on the combination. That's
too far in the pocket to bend the cue ball round and actually pot it because you can follow it in.
He's going to shoot the 11 down table. And I expected to make this, but it's certainly a missable shot.
Oh, it's going to hold the line. Just. He's still got that problem. I mean, my shot was maybe crazy, and it probably was crazy, but, you know, look where he's sitting now. And I think out of all that, the 8-ball's the least of his worries.
Well, if it stops,
now
this is perfect. This is perfect.
You
can slide right over and shoot the 10. This is perfect. But, you know, this is a little lucky, too, because getting a perfect angle like that, I mean, you get on that 14 ball and enter to either side of it, and all of a sudden, you know, you don't have that shot.
You've just got to watch this, pushing this to the rail too soon. He's got loads of room. It's comfortably off the rail, and there you go. Commentator's eye. Told you.
You call it. No, that was commentator's jinx is what that was.
Welcome to Coldest Pillow. Well, it's been a very solid start for Spectredawn, and if he can jump all over this, it'll be an even bigger start for Spectredawn. Albinario has committed the cardinal sin when you're cutting a ball up the rail, catching that knuckle. Always a worry that you just feed the ball to the rail that little bit too soon, and these jaws jump out and bite you. So they do.
Yeah, well, when you do that on the rail table, you'll see players walk over and look down the rail like the tit's sticking out further on one side than the other, and then sometimes they are. I mean, you know, I mean, when you put those rails on the table and bolt them down, you got to get them. You got to get them lined up parallel.
Yeah.
You got to get them so that the titties are the same distance out. But you don't have that excuse in VP because I can guarantee you that titty is not sticking out more on the other side.
Have you got proof? Try convincing some people. Try convincing Albinario after that.
Well, I got people that send me emails that say, yeah, the computer is set up to cheat, and when I shoot a shot, the physics change and the ball doesn't go in the hole. And people send me all kinds of stuff.
Oh, by the way, did Tam send you an email? It would be an email from Gary. He sent me a link to the video when he was playing Cowboy. I can't remember who he was playing. Maybe it was Stefan. And to cut a long story short, the video shows you 4 fouls being committed. The one ball was in the kitchen. Tam played a deliberate foul, and then Stefan was going up and down the table to hit the one ball. And there's a foul count of 4, And Stefan didn't lose the match because of that, as far as I can read into the video.
I did not see anything from him unless he sent it to Super Admin, which is always a mistake.
I think he said. In fact, Tam was in the lobby. I'm surprised he's not in the stream. What's Larry saying? Larry says the co does cheat. What's the co? What's that an abbreviation for? In call shot games. What we're talking about we're talking about the offline stuff. I mean they're nuts. Yeah, I think he was asking me for my opinion. I looked at it, but I never sent anything to him. I was too busy. So he probably hasn't sent it to you yet.
Well, what's going on here with this match? Let's see here. So Albin's at the table. Did Spectre break dry? Is that what happened there?
I don't know. I was too busy looking at the chat. Oh, the computer opponents, yes. He must have. Well, Albie, he's already...
Albie has the solids.
Well,
somebody must have shot something.
There's the issue there. Now, the obvious thing is the 3-ball doesn't go in many pockets. That's the other problem. That's a very big problem, that 3-ball. Now, what's he looking at?
It makes a 6-ball a problem, too.
Mm-hmm.
If he could shoot the 6-ball in the corner that the 5 goes, I think you can make that. Then you can get on a 3 by bumping the 14, but let's see what he decides to do. I mean, Albin's pretty good at working out how to get out. This one's going to be challenging.
Right, so we'll give him the 1 and the 7, and presumably he's trying to get out into the table to cut this 3. That seems to me the obvious thing he's trying to do. He doesn't want to do that, though. He doesn't want to do that. Oh, dear.
Well, let's see if he's got any kind of safety tricks. He can shoot the 3 right now. I think he will. Shoot the 3 and run into the 14. Oh, he could shoot the 6. I didn't see that.
Well,
oh, he had a window there. It's not getting any easier, though. I'm not sure making that 6 was a smart strategy because...
Well, I think...
Now he's in real trouble.
Had he been on this 3-ball better, had he been able to get the cue ball there, he could have played the bank in the 1.
Boy, he really doesn't have the angle to get down here for the 1. He's going to have to bank the 1 long rail, too. That's his only chance, is banking the 1, and the 15's in the way. He can still make this.
I think he's okay. Well, this is a big shot. Not only that...
He's going to have to twist this a little. He's going to have some left English. He can't make this without twisting it a little.
Yeah, he's got to get to it.
But the good news is if he makes this, he's going to have a good shot on the 8-ball.
That's too soon.
He twists a little too much. Too much spin. He shot the right shot, but he didn't get it down.
Well, it's definitely 5-1 in the cards here.
Now, the only thing that Albin's got going for him is that the 1 ball in the middle of the table, it's a little harder to play safe if you need to. But Spectredawn is probably not going to need to play safe.
Yeah. No, that ain't happening. That's the furthest thing from his mind. This is just join the dots. You know, leave either one of those 2 balls as the last ball and you're home and dry. Just deal with all the other stuff that's up there. I mean, this is 100% unforced error if he doesn't get out here. 100%.
Yeah, well, the player that runs balls like Spectredawn does, this is pretty close to a guaranteed out.
Well, the
as you can
match
get.
the match is going well as far as Cobra's concerned. I'll just mute my mic.
Oh, that's not good. I didn't need to hear that.
How's he left himself here? Well, he'll just drop through the
He'll
short
just
side.
roll.
Well, Albinario is in need of assistance.
Yeah, I mean, Spectredawn has opened up a big lead.
He needs Spectredawn cooperation here.
Yeah, you know, I said at the beginning that Spectredawn might need a little help, but and he got a little help, but he's really played well. I mean, if Albin hadn't helped him, he'd probably still be ahead at this point.
I was telling, good evening to Tam, I was telling Steve about your 4-foul cowboy match. I looked at the video and I couldn't work it out. Albie's overrated. Look at the score. Well, he's got trouble ahead. He's got big trouble. I think he's got to try and get down in this 10 ball. I mean, I think he must try and get down in the 10 ball right now. Or if not, if he finishes high and he can cut the 15, he's got... the other problem is the 10 ball's in the way to try and come across and bump that 13.
Well, he has to be on the 8 ball side of the 10. He's got to shoot it in that corner. It's very easy to get to 11 from there.
I thought it was a 13.
And that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get across. Yep, and that's really well done. The main thing you don't want to do here is baby this and get stuck on the 3 ball.
Well, if you bump the 3 and you leave the 11 there, you still ain't pointing it because the 2's blocking the pocket from that side.
I would be bumping the 11 and giving it a little bit of speed. Yeah, something more like that. And he still went the wrong way. He got on the wrong side of the 11.
Yeah, Albie's getting trouble. He's getting the shitty end of the stick, as they say tonight. He ain't getting a run.
He got on the far side of the 11. He needed to be dead on it or on the close side so the cue ball didn't go that way. And this could cost him. I mean, if Albinario loses this, he's out of this thing. And when was the last time he was out of a world championship this early?
I don't know. Only Albie will know that, or Cobra will probably know. Well, big shot. Going for the jump. He's got it. What a shot. Remember, no jump cues. And,
that was a pretty big deal there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Albin wins this match, I'm going to be remembering that
shot.
Well,
that's kept him in it, basically, that there. Right there, that shot. Provided he can drop this in.
Four fouls in a row in Cowboy shouldn't happen. A 3-foul rule on K. Yeah, I think that's a pretty obvious statement.
It's default, though, isn't it?
Send me the video. Well, that was one heck of an out there.
Yeah, well, if needs must, Albinario bit the bullet, played the jump shot, got it done, but he's still relying on Spectredawn, and Spectredawn can't stop potting balls in the break now. So a combo to start, is it? No, I don't think so.
He may just take solids. I mean, solids aren't bad.
Yep.
I don't like the stripes. You got
No.
3 balls close
There we
together
go.
in the center of the table. I would definitely take the solids there.
That into the side, one isolated down the bottom of the table. Well, if he's going to take the solids, I'd get rid of the 7 now. And maybe nip up the table for the 3 in the side and get it dealt with.
Well, the good thing about that's exactly what I would do too. And you got the 1 if you somehow don't get on the 3 the right way.
Yeah. Well, that looks reasonable enough.
Yeah, he'll probably play the 4 or 5 next. Most likely the 4.
What the hell's this spot? Right. Oh, that's when I was on that. That's when I was on, what do you call it? Kick. That bot tricks thing bot came in. I go to in fact I think I've got, if I get links off on YouTube as well, because the reason I did it was because of the porn stuff that was coming in the chat.
Why is all Tam stuff getting deleted by a moderator?
No, that's what I'm saying. That Tam's been timed out for 30 seconds. I didn't even notice that. Just send it to Super Admin.
What do you mean send it? No,
The link.
It's a video link. Send it to VP4 at Solaris.com.
Yeah, send it to that one.
Don't ever send anything to Super Admin if you want an answer.
Yeah.
You can send stuff to support. You can send stuff to support at Solaris.com. You can send stuff to VP4 at Solaris.com.
That's a mistake I've been making all these years.
Yeah, Super Admin, he doesn't check his mail because he gets a bajillion messages. Well, let's see what he decides to do here. The safe thing is shoot the 8 in the side pocket.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be doing anything more elaborate than that. He might bump the 9.
Yeah, he's going to bump the 9.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, no favours so far from Spectredawn. None whatsoever.
Well, his 8 ball has definitely improved. He's playing good patterns. He's thinking well. He's playing in a rhythm. I mean, he's firing on all cylinders right now.
Oh, the 8 ball's going in, 7's going in. And what do you reckon? I reckon stripes look pretty good. You've got three solids sort of in and around one another past the side pocket. You've got 3 solids down this side, so
yeah, I think he'll take stripes. The only one he's got to really get to is a 14, and that's not too tough.
He'll play the
combo
combo
right now.
Yeah, play the combo and
leave
the 14.
Well, it's a little funny. It's a little bit funny how that combo's sitting. That's why it's kind of taking his time looking at it, because the 13 goes back on the rail there, and then you're in a bad spot.
Yeah.
See how he hits this. See if he tries to keep the 13 where he can shoot it in the side. You can miss the combo trying to do that. But you don't want that 13 to lay on the rail. He may hit this hard. Yep, that's what he did. He hit that with some speed, so it was going to come out off the rail. That's a smart play. So he would like to go 12, 13, 14, but he can't because of where this is. I think he's going to back up for the 14 maybe here. No, he's going to force it over. Okay.
Well, he hasn't forced it enough. He's going to have to...
Be a lot of left English.
Yeah.
Just got to pump the left English on this. I just go max left English. All right, thanks, Tam. Well, he's coming out and shoot the 14 in the same pocket.
I think he's trying to get out
I
into
think
the
he's
gap.
putting too much. I think he's going to hit the 2. Oh, he's
No,
going
no.
behind the 2. Okay, that's why he's putting so much. Yeah, that's a good shot.
Now, he's got to go up top, obviously, and avoid traffic. There's a big gap to go in.
Yeah, this is natural to come down between the 1 and the 8 to get on the 11. Well, so he's got some decisions there.
Plays the cut and plays a bump, does he? Or I mean, this 10 ball's getting a bit isolated.
I would shoot the 9 here myself because the problem is if you're going to play for the 10, then it could be tricky getting to the 9.
Yeah, he's coming for it. He's been a bit of spin.
Well,
I think this is good. This is perfect.
He's got to get the right angle, and that's pretty good.
Yeah,
he's fine there.
Tweak this across.
He's going to have to hit this with some English.
Yeah, just a wee tad, because he doesn't want to run into this. He wants to go through the gap.
It's more than a tad. He's going to have to hit this with a fair amount of English to make sure he gets over.
Well, it wouldn't do him any harm if he bumped to 3. He's got to hit it, though. Got to hit it.
See, you want to get it on a line where you're going to get a shot. You had to be on the far side of the 3.
The only thing he's done wrong there is the pace, because look at the line the cue ball was going. It was going to bump the 3, and he's good though.
But the way you make he made a mistake because he's trying to be too sure. He should have just committed to it and tried to take the cue ball to the far long rail. Then the 3 doesn't matter. But he got out, so it's all good.
Well, something needs to happen, Albie, on this rack, I would think. It's getting late in the day.
Oh. Well, a lot of balls looking like they're going to go in, and nothing does. Well, Albie needed that.
Well, now what do you do here? Because obviously you can play the 2 and you're on solids, the 7's over the side, the 3's over this corner, the 1's down here, the 6 down here.
I'd play the 10-8-5. I'd shoot that. You can use the 8 ball in a combo as long as you don't hit it first.
I'd be scared, because what happens if you play that? What if you play that, Stephen? The 8 goes in though. It's game over.
Well, if you hit it hard, the 8's not going to go in.
I don't so much like that.
I think his biggest problem is he can't see it. He'd have to jump it or masse it.
Well, why doesn't he just bash the 1 onto it and try and clear things out?
He's going to take solids. Yeah, he could bash 1. The thing is, he can shoot the 5 ball and move that 10. So he'll probably do that because that's probably the safest thing to do.
He's got to get out of there.
I don't think he's going to have a problem. I wouldn't do it now.
Well,
or maybe a different angle.
Well, how late do you wait to play this? I mean,
well, you got to get in the right spot.
Well, I think he should be doing it that way. He's got a bailout ball over the side pocket, whatever happens.
Now he may do it. I mean, this is going to have to be a massive draw shot to do it from here.
I think he wants to cut this so he's chipping the 8 and getting out.
Yeah,
that's
work. Good enough.
Well, does he nudge the 4 onto the 7 or play the 4 straight down the corner? Drop the 7 in, drop through for the 6?
He'll play it in the corner. He's not going to bump the...
So he's going to drop through for the 6, possibly. He hasn't gone far. Well, he has, but he's still got a bailout ball.
He's fine.
I mean, this... Well, if he plays a 6 and somehow he misses that 12, he could end up hooked in the 7 over that side pocket if he does that.
Yeah.
That's the worry with that shot.
I might shoot the 3 here myself. He looks like he's going to go with the 7. And that's nice if it stops. Oh, well, the 6 goes by anyway, so he's perfect.
He's fine now.
Yep, good shot there.
What's that? Contact support for a refund. A refund in what?
Well, that was kind of a silly little mistake he just made, because he got a little funny on the 6 ball.
Yeah, he's gone too far.
I don't get that, because that was a real easy shot to get on the 6 from the 3. That was just careless.
Yeah, he's fine. Well, he
needs to run.
He's fine.
And he's okay.
Well, Albinario's done his bit, and the more important thing is he's done it on Spectredawn's break.
Yeah, well, that was not a good time for Spectredawn to break dry.
Still a big rack though. He's got to follow it.
Yeah, he's got to get out here.
Well, this is the thing. Albie's back's against the wall, so I always think that's good for him, because that does make him fully.
He just returned the favor, I think. I don't think he made a ball.
No, you're right. He's dry as well. That's what he didn't want. And this table, I don't think it's too bad.
No, it's not bad at all. I mean, I'd probably take the stripes just because of where the 4 ball is, but they're both doable.
I've already asked Steve that. He just keeps ignoring me. Coldest pillow.
Carbon snooker. Are they actually using carbon for snooker now?
Well, there is one available, but I don't see any pros using one.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you would do that in snooker.
But I like the idea of it for aiming. So Spectredawn committed to the stripes.
The problem with the snooker cues is they don't have shafts. They're all one-piece cues. So it's pretty hard to put a shaft on a one-piece cue.
Well,
so I'm not ignoring you, but it's probably not happening because
now we don't
have any kind of support for shafts on snooker cues.
I think 99.9% of pros are all playing with solid cues. John Spencer, I think, was the first player that had a split snooker cue. I think he was the first pro to have one.
In this monkey see, monkey do world, why would you want to do anything that you're not seeing on TV?
Well, what is the ferrule now in some of the snooker cues? John Higgins is playing with another new cue that's got is it a titanium ferrule rather than a brass ferrule? That's another new trend.
I really doubt that's going to make much difference. The thing that makes the most difference on a cue is the tip, the Q-tip. What kind of Q-tip you put on it, that'll make more difference than anything else you can do to it.
Well, John Higgins' new cue is a heavier cue as well, which he likes it better because it helps him go through the cue ball better.
Well, I gotta say, Spectredawn, he's bringing it today.
Yeah, well, Albie's run awkward once or twice. The dry breaks as well.
That just killed him. You know, Spectre had broken dry, and Albin had the chance to get back in it, and he broke dry, and Spectre ran out, and Spectre's break. If he makes a ball here, which he has.
Yeah, they're queuing up to go in. Although
it's an ugly table, though.
Yeah, I think his odds on running out here are not great. But he'll be working out a way to try and do some damage to those 3 balls above the right side pocket.
This is where you really got to think. which ones do I want? How many balls am I going to make before I play safe, or am I going to try to break balls out? I think players, the biggest problem I see with players is they automatically just assume I'm going to try to run out every time. This is a table where you maybe might be better off selecting stripes or solids and then figuring out how to play safe where you can get ball in hand or make your opponent kick and potentially break up trouble for you.
Now, would somebody panic here and try and cut that 4? And you see, the
Sure.
problem is there's too much traffic in the way of where you want to hit these balls.
It's not a high probability of success if you cut it to 4, but that would be typical of what you would see a player do that hasn't played a lot of 8-ball. They'd slam it at the 4 and try to break things out. Now, he decided to take stripes, but he also did a slam job, which is, you know.
Well, I suppose looking at that that 12 ball, you know, if you were somehow there on the 12, you're guaranteed to roll it in and
roll this up on the 11.
Break those balls.
You know, I'd be playing safe here.
Well, just stop it right behind the 3.
These guys are just going to try to figure out how to run out, and I would probably play safe here.
Well, Albinario would play the bank in the 6 anyway if he did that.
Every time you make a ball, you take a ball off the table that you're going to need.
Well, there's a shot I was talking about, but he hasn't got there. He hasn't got there. He needed to be straighter in this 12.
That getting that kind of angle, it's got to be perfect, which is not usually going to happen.
Right.
So
now, the other way would be...
Here's what I would do. If I was trying to run this out, I would bank the 11. I would stay short of it, bank it, so I'm going to move the 8 too. Yeah, that's the right play here if you're going to try to run out, is you bank the 11.
Yeah, he's not there again on this 12, so he's running out of options.
No, you just stun this thing into the middle of the table and bank the 11.
Oh, you're talking about the bank. I'm talking about getting on that to run through onto those balls.
But that's not a reasonable shot because it's just too hard to get that. You have to be just exact. I mean, you're off by half an inch and it doesn't work. See, so he decides to play safe now, and I don't get that because he could have just made that and then banked the 11.
Now, does Albie get crazy here? As long as can he avoid the 1 and still get a hit on that? Maybe the 15 ball. What's that? No, it's the 11 ball. If he's going to try and run this out.
Well, what he doesn't want to do is give Spectredawn a chance to put the cue ball on the 11. So whatever he doesn't want to come up this end of the table. Or, you know, Spectredawn can just roll up on the 11. That's the thing he doesn't want to do.
I don't think that's so.
He needs to stay down here. Let's see what he decides to do.
No, it was going above.
Okay, so he decides to shoot that.
Have a look at this.
This is tricky here too. I mean, Spectredawn with stripes is actually in a better position because 11 you can bank. The 2 is a difficult bank shot. You can try to shoot it in the corner. I'm not even sure it goes. It's tight. I'm not sure what he's doing other than getting rid of balls, which isn't going to do him any good.
I think he might have been trying to get on that one shorter than he had. I mean, he's gone through in the one. If he'd finished shorter, he was maybe trying to bang that into the side and break these out.
He could have done something like put the 3 in front of the pocket and block the 14. You know, make it so that Spectredawn can't run out.
Well, I think the biggest concern for Albie is the fact that 12 sitting as good as it is.
Here we go. It's an all or nothing shot here.
This is it.
Hit it good. I think he's going to be out. Yeah, well, that's pretty good.
He's nipping in the short side here on the right-hand rail.
This is easy. You just go forward with English and just run it to the long rail. This is actually a pretty easy shot to get shape on.
All about pace.
Yeah, I mean this is pretty natural. I don't think he'll have any trouble getting on it. Oh,
No,
why
he's
did he hit
going-
it so hard?
he's going
he's
above.
going all the way around.
He's going above.
Well, that's actually a smart shot
Oh,
because
I don't
it's
like
more
this.
Well, he's got but it's guaranteed position the way he did it. He couldn't like.
I don't like this. This is
He
too
couldn't
tight.
screw the speed up. Well, he took on a harder shot for a guaranteed position.
Yeah, it's gone in. My eyes would never get me there with that pot. So Albinario's pinched the brake again. Spectredawn's brake there, and again now remember what happened the last time. We don't want to jinx him.
Yeah, he broke dry.
Here we go.
He needs to make a ball here. He can't afford to let Spec get on the hill and then be breaking. Oh boy,
6
He's
balls
got one.
gone.
But he's not going to have a shot.
Look at where the cue ball's gone. Would you believe it?
Okay, but here's what you can do here. You can shoot a shot where he's pinned on something. You can try it. Let's see. Can he shoot the 14 and draw back? No, he can't. And if he shoots the 2, it's going to push the 9 at the hole. He's just going to do that, and that's a smart play.
Spectre's going to do the same thing.
Probably. Now we're playing ticky-tack. Oh, that's no good.
I don't know. I mean, that was a touch like a sledgehammer.
Well, that's good if you're gonna force your opponent to take stripes on purpose.
True.
He may have done that, although I don't think that was a wise move because.
Well, I suppose Spectredawn's banking on the fact that 13 ball's going nowhere fast. I mean, that's one thing that's a sort of safety net for him.
That's 11 ball.
No, down at this end. Oh, it is 11 ball. See, it looks like the 13 to my eyes when it blends in with the cloth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he may have been forcing Albin to take the stripes, and that's not a bad play. Now, Albin doesn't have to take them, but he's going to try to put him on the 2. This is tough. See, that was a tough shot. Well, now Albin's saying you can have the stripes. And he just messed up the 9. Of course, the 3 got messed up too. So
is Spectredawn going to take the bait, though? He might not have much of an option.
Well, you can shoot this and then take that 12 ball, shoot the 12, and run into the 11. It's pretty easy to get to 11 off this 12 ball. You can go behind it. It's a big ball. And that's what he decided to do.
Well, that'll work because he's got a bailout.
He didn't hit it great, but he's okay. So now he's going to have to get to the 9 ball. And that's going to be a little tougher. It does go up table in the corner, and it will go in the side once the 10's gone. I think he'll try to get on the 9 ball right here.
2-in-1 shot right now. That's a shot to play to get into this area, and if you get good in it, fine. If you don't, you've got the 10 ball, but then you're sort of up the creek.
This is not an easy shot, though. This is tricky.
Needs to miss the ball. Oh, he's through the gap.
What about that for a shot? Wow, that was phenomenal.
Well,
I mean, the shot was there, but it was certainly not easy.
I mean, he's not ideal in the 9. He's just the other side of it. But
no, this is fine.
This is good as you could expect.
Stop shot. I mean, that was a great shot to get on that ball.
Well, Albinario's probably resigned to defeat now, and Spectredawn, unless again he has a howler, then he's going to be in the hill.
Yeah, he just wants to get in this 11 good because he's got to get in the gap between the 3 and the 5.
Oh, Matt's getting a little mention in for his magnificent Massey shot that he played last chance saloon.
That was a pretty impressive shot. I watched the video.
Well, I hope Rabi plays in more of these tournaments as well, because that'll give him, I mean, that's giving him experience going fairly deep in the tournament.
Now, if this is me, I go straight across, just like that. And why do you do that? Because even if you go all the way to the rail, the 5 still doesn't block you. You don't bring it back. That was well done.
Well, Spectredawn is going to be breaking for the match.
Yeah. And dry breaks have been really the story of this match. I mean, obviously the other stories, they both played very well, but the dry breaks have been something else.
Well, I mean, Spectredawn had dry breaks early on, didn't he? But maybe one or not an awful lot more than that, though. Albinario is the one that's had the problems in that score.
Well, they both had several, but Albin certainly had more, and there's a ball down.
And, well, you've got the 6 ball stuck in the rail.
This is a difficult table. The 10 ball's blocked, the 6 ball stuck in the rail, the 9 and 1 are together. This is not going to be easy. The 9 ball goes, so that's not a problem.
Bit of a head scratcher, this table.
Yeah. Well, the biggest worry is that 10 ball. And if you take the solid, the biggest worry is the 6 ball. But you can shoot the 6 ball up table. I think I'd probably take solids here because just because of that 10 ball. Now he may shoot the 15 and try to scoot down there for the 10, but that's not an easy shot.
Yeah,
I would take the solids.
He might be doing what you're saying, Steve. Yeah.
Oh, and he did.
He's trying to get there.
And that was the tough part about that. Now he's got a shot. I mean, he's almost has to shoot the 10 now. He's got the 10 on the side. He almost has to shoot it. I mean.
Well, he's got it in the corner as well, but it's a nasty cutback.
He could hit it in the corner. The biggest problem with the corner is going to turn the cue ball loose. But you know, he's got a lot of balls on the table. See what he decides to do. He's going to shoot in the corner, I think, and just take his chances with the cue ball. Oh, he missed it.
Yeah, well, Albie's got his chance, but he's got trouble. But like you said, I mean, he's got... Well, what about that 1 ball as well? Is that 1 ball going anywhere?
It goes in the side.
Yeah. So this is a big challenge for Albie.
So I would shoot the 4 and go 3 rails and play position for the 2, try to get pretty straight on it, so then I could go forward and shoot the 6. I would get the 6 out of there, and then he can shoot the 7 and either bump the 9-1 or get to the other side of it. Now he's going to try to get there another way, and I liked my shot better just because now he's going to have 1 less escape
That's
ball.
exactly what I was just going to say. He's going to have 1 less option to get there.
Now he does have an angle he can go forward here, but I don't like trying to break it out. So I don't like that shot, and that's exactly why, because it's just,
well,
you know.
He's actually good in the 7. He can nip back and get this 6.
Yeah, he came out pretty good. That was a little too indeterminate for my taste. But I think he'll be out from here.
Well,
because this is pretty straightforward at this point.
There's trouble there. I'm just pointing out.
He's going to leave a little angle on the 2 and then shoot the 1 on the side.
Oh, it's not going to hold. It's not going to, is it?
Oh, it went in. Whoa, that was close. He was thinking about that teddy, I think.
Yeah, that was bothering him, and I think he'll need to play a little defty touch here. Yeah. Well, Albie's done what was asked of him. He can't do anything else. He just got to keep potting balls. He's got no alternative.
Well, he needs to make a ball on the break. That's what he really needs.
And this is where he needs a big follow-up rack. He needs a comfortable rack. The table's good. He's got a ball. He's got a shot, and he's not got anything to raise those stress levels anymore. That's the one way he's going to put the pressure on Spectredawn is by breathing down his neck when Spectredawn's breaking, and I think this is dry again. I think it's dry.
The 5 was going in and it rubbed the 14. So that's brutal.
Yeah. And again, this table, well, I think this is over. I'll say it right now. I mean, you've got 5 stripes up there. There's one solid, the 4 sitting there on its own. Do you take the solids? Because you get the 5 up in the top as well. They're all clean. The solids are all clean.
Well,
I mean, the 8 ball goes down into this bottom left-hand corner if you play the 5 as your last ball.
yeah, I mean, they're both good. Which one would I take?
I'd take solids. If I've got a shot, he might actually not. I mean, apart from cutting that board in, he might not have a decent shot. Well, as he's on the one, he can get the one.
Yeah, I think the solids are going to be a little easier to navigate. I mean, they're both good.
And then he's just finished sort of in no man's land here a little bit. He might have to replan his route here.
Well, he can swing around if he wants. Hit the 4 and swing around the corner.
Well, I don't believe he wants. I mean, if that's me, I'm not touching that 5 ball. I'm not touching it at all. I'm leaving that there where it is. It's my surefire guarantee of getting on the 8.
He goes in between the gap, and that'll work. I mean, and I like that. I like him playing shape for the 6. That was nice.
He's just a bit straight on it. But does he roll through, or does he?
Yeah, well, I
he's
would
taking
like
the
to
7
shoot,
instead.
Well, shooting a 7 now isn't a bad thing because that's that side pocket extended thing. So whatever you do, you just want to make sure you get on a ball in a way that it's very easy to get on the 5.
Checking this a wee bit, is he, or is he just holding it? Yeah, he's checking it a bit.
Yeah. And that's fine because he can either stop this or go to the rail. I'd probably go to the rail myself.
Well,
and then he's got to come out to, kind of where the 6 is.
It ended up in a battle of the dry breaks to decide it, really, and Albinario won that battle, but he's lost the match because of it.
Well, Spectredawn is pretty much saying, I'm in this to win it because he played an excellent match.
I don't think he played anything majorly bad that you jump on top of him for it. I think, you might not get the best line or the best route, but anyway, it's getting the job done.
Even though it didn't go hill, that was a very enjoyable match. It was very well played.
Well, this is what you have to do if your intentions are winning this. You've got to play solid, and Spectredawn should be more than happy with that performance. Well, Matt now knows that he's going to... Now, this is interesting because, of course, now you've got 2 guys going for the maiden title in any format in virtual pool. You've got Matt going for it. And the other thing, of course, is they're both from England.
Yeah, well, I think Matt's going to have to bring it if Spectredawn plays like that. Yeah,
well, Matt showed what happens when it got to squeaky bum time. He was up to the task. He might have to do something similar again against Spectredawn. And Spectredawn, I hope that's not his best performance of the tournament because, it just ramps up. You've got to be on it all the way. So that's another one to look forward to.
Well, at this point, there's no easy matches left.
Well, we have the hot seat match, though. And, Bedhead will be out to revenge Albinario against Cobra on Monday night at 7 p.m. GMT, that is. And I'll be there for that. And that is it. When's the deadline? That's the other thing I meant to have a look.
Let's have a look at the stats. I want to see the break stats.
Oh, for that match? Right, hang on. Where the hell is it again?
So Matt Sand already played once.
Albinario. Right, why is it not finding that?
So Matt beat him 11-6. at the first time. And I take it, Matt, you probably played pretty good when you played him.
So
Matt, is that an advantage or disadvantage, the fact that you beat him once? You may want revenge.
Brake stats, Albinario, 8 brakes, 0.8. Spectredawn averaged a ball in the brake. Runouts from the brake with 2 apiece.
Brake percent, 100%. How can that be? Is that this was a stat that was broken, wasn't it?
I don't understand what that means, Steve. That
means means that stat's broken. I'm gonna have to take a look at why it's doing that, because obviously it wasn't 100%.
Well, there's one difference there. Rack's run for Albi4, and of course, if you add on the dry brakes that Albi had, that's what's done him there. And so Spectredawn had 6.
I did fix a couple things. I'm kind of waiting to update it. One thing I fixed was the problem that Albin ran into when he played Bedhead, with him shooting a stripe and making a solid 2 and then it leaving an open table, whereas the way the rules are, Albin should have had stripes. So I changed it so that when the table's open, you have to call a ball in a pocket. So that was the only way I could do that and figure out.
So it'll force you to call a ball after that situation arises.
If the table's open, it's going to force you to call a ball. And the only reason I didn't put it in is because it needs to be played, so I make sure there's no problems. I didn't want to put it in and have one of these World Championship matches and have a problem. The other thing I fixed was there was a problem where on black ball it would show a full snooker in some situations where it wasn't a full snooker.
Well, whatever you've said there, Steve, I didn't hear it because I disconnected my mic there. What was you saying? Something? I
said that in black ball there was a situation where if there was there could be a full snooker recognized when it wasn't a full snooker.
Right.
So I fixed that.
Now that's obviously why you haven't went live with blackball then, because you've still to do the update then. Am I right in saying that? You can't put blackball tournament live if you haven't done the update for the bug.
Well, I can put it live and people can sign up. I just I just didn't want to do an update because of this other thing going on with the world, because I made a fix for the World Championship too. So we've got I'm going to put this thing live right now.
Now, I think Steve said this blackball tournament's a couple of racks shorter than what the previous ones have been.
Yeah,
I think he set it to the same as this.
It's the same as this. It's race to 11 in the winners, race to 9 in the losers, race to 13 in the final.
Right.
And I did put a shot clock in, 25 second with 2 extensions, and the extensions are 25 second. I put in long extensions. I don't think people have a problem with that. So yeah, it's ready to go. So this is for November 13th. So that's, let's see. When is that? 3 weeks? November 13th. 1, 2.
What am I doing here? I'm refreshing it.
3 weeks.
I'm refreshing it to see it appears.
Do you guys want to do it then, or do you want me to go another week out?
No. Set it for then.
Okay, so I'm going to.
The one in will get in.
I'm gonna go ahead and All right, should be up now.
Let's have a look. There we go. Right, so the event is November the 13th. That's 11 p.m. GMT time. It goes live Wednesday, November the 13th. Double elimination, race to 11, losers to 9, final to 13. You're right enough about the timeout thing, Steve. It's 10-minute timeout, which is obviously, again, for getting into the room first thing. Timeouts after that will be 5 minutes, I would assume, if you get disconnected.
Yeah.
Beach house tournament table, pocket size default, call shot off, coin flip.
It shouldn't be coin flip. You guys like lag all the time, right?
Yeah, I change
all
it to
right.
lag. Alternate break, 3 foul off, of course, jump cues off. Right, so it's for 32 players. I think that, I mean, I would reckon that, I'd be surprised if that doesn't fill at 32. I think there's quite a few folk.
I don't think it did last time.
Did it not?
I think we had 25 last time.
I'm surprised. I mean, a lot of folk, you don't get to play a lot of black ball.
Yeah, I mean, this is semi-pro's game, but I doubt he'll come back and play.
Oh, no, he's gone over to the dark side. Right, so that's it now live. So what's today's date? Is this the 26th or the 27th? So that's a fortnight. You'll get 2 weeks and more to get signed up. Let's see if there's any keen people in already. No. Right, so
let's see. When's the next one of these matches? These
what
do I have time to do an update? It's Monday, Cobra versus
Monday.
Deadhead.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to do the update yet because I want more than 1 day of testing on this thing before we do a world championship match. Find out, there's a problem. I mean, I tested it, but it needs some play. It's hard to test something this complicated all the way through.
Hate the game. Well, black ball's a good game. But we need a 4-ball. We need a 4-ball. What? What do you call it? A 4-ball caroms tournament. Oh, Paul's still there. What time is it where you are, Paul? Is it breakfast time? It must be. What time is it here? It's it's 9:42 here. Well, it's actually 8:42. If you go to GMT. Right, so you all know what the next tournament is. By the way, that's what I meant to say, Steve. Where's this thing? You can find it. Hang on a minute. Did you get my... I sent my message to Super Admin, so that, again, you will have ignored it. My message said the next Virtual World Championship tournaments should be black ball and 10 ball. 10 ball should be the next one, as they are both past their year since the last event took place. It is also likely that the time these two events are complete, it should then be the 9 ball World Championship, believe it or not, because that anniversary is in March, don't forget. And if the 9 ball World Championship was running, you'd then have you'd have the snooker one live. So the snooker one is never going to fill. And with Barker's not been around last year, he might be going for good as well. But anyway, the virtual 9 balls should be around March if you go by the anniversaries. And the Real World Snooker Championship runs from the 9th of April to the 5th of May. So while that's on, the snooker one, you could be running the two of them side by side. There wouldn't be a problem, I don't think. considering there won't be a great deal in the snooker. They'll be all piling into the 9-ball. But anyway, that's just my suggestion. So black ball and then 10-ball would be on the cards if I was setting it, because of purely going by anniversaries. Right, I think that about covers it, unless you've anything else to say, Steve. I want to try and get that extra hour.
Yeah, you want when do you go off of summertime? What day?
We go off tomorrow morning. This is Saturday night, so tomorrow morning at 2 a.m. Sunday morning the clocks go back an hour, but I've already set mine back.
Because we don't go back for
you're
quite a while now.
I think
or another couple of weeks, I think. You're
usually a week or a fortnight at the most after us. But that's the thing you have to do. You have to at some point.
Yeah, November 3rd we go back. So
right.
So we're out. We're another week out from you guys.
Right. Well, I'll be hounding you between now and next Friday to change Friday night 9-ball to 7 p.m. GMT, because that, as I say, as it is now, it will go to 6 p.m. GMT, and that's then making it like 1 p.m. in the afternoon for the guys stateside. I don't know that make any difference to Larry, to be honest with you. Larry would probably still be there, but I don't know whether it'd make any difference to anybody else, whether it was 6 p.m. unless you're coming home from work. I mean, Slim doesn't get into all of them, and I think if you kept it an hour earlier, Slim would have even less chance of getting into Friday night 9-ball because of that.
Yeah, I know Slim works. I don't think Larry works.
Right.
Bill works, but he's got kind of a flexible schedule. Or Bill worked last time I talked to him.
Well, Albinario is going to be sitting in the bleachers supporting Bedhead to try and rescue something for the Swedes.
Yeah, I'm sure he will be rooting for Bedhead.
And Matt and Spectredawn are going to be trying to take each other out to have a go at either of them, either Cobra or Bedhead. So we've got lots to look forward to. Some very good matches to come. I'm off for a quick coffee. I think the snooker must be over because that boy, he wasn't in the class of Trump. I've forgotten his name. Anyway, Trump was like almost 3-0 up. So
I'm going to be watching my Dodgers again tonight.
Well, the only Dodgers I would watch is Jammy Dodgers. Do you have Jammy Dodgers in the States, Steve? Or if they do, they're probably under a different name. Jammy Dodgers, you call them cookies, we call them biscuits, but you call biscuits different things in the States. But a Jammy Dodger is a two-piece cookie with jam in the middle and a little heart in the middle of it so you can see the jam. That's a Jammy Dodger. You can Google it, you'll see it.
A Jammy Dodger. You guys have the dumbest names for things.
That's why I'm saying you can probably get them in the States, but they're probably called something stupid as well. But they're a delicacy with a cup of tea. Right, I'm off. Thanks for your company, Steve. Thanks to everybody watching. I hope you enjoyed it.
Good match, you guys. That was something else.
Good luck to Spectredawn in his quest, but I'm sure Matt will have something to say about it. Right.
Yep.
Take care.
All right. Good night.
Good night, guys, and we'll see you later.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, how sad, never mind.